Hey there, I am JB and we're here of course with some more RoadCraft. Now for today I got a massive operation in mind, and or I would like to talk about the upcoming DLC which will come this week and what will happen with the current series. Now the massive operation is just going to be that we are going to need to fix a road until here, which is going to be a challenging thing already on itself, and then we're going to fix the road into town, and then we're going to fix it from the town to the broken bridges, repair the bridges, and take care that we can safely go to the river base, which is an absolute massive operation because there are a couple of challenging things. But more about that a little later on, because the first thing that I would like to do is talk about the upcoming DLC. Meanwhile, I would like to clear out the area of objects. Now the thing is, I've been saying this / in the last episode that once the DLC is out, I would like to take a little break from this map and do the DLC first. There are a couple of reasons why I want to do that, which first of all, well, there are a lot of people that just want to see the new DLC, right? They wonder how the map looks like, what are the new vehicles. Of course, as a content creator, you know, that is just what you do, you just show the new stuff first. Now, another reason, which is more of a personal thing why I want to do that, which I find the most important thing, is that I don't want to rush this map and or the last map in order to, you know, have a go at the DLC. And of course my third reason, which is also another big one and a personal one, is that I do believe once you finish up the last map on the base game, you will get a title screen, and title screens always makes me very sad. And you know, if we can avoid that as long as possible, then it would only be the best, right? And then of course in the future this game will receive a lot more DLCs, maps and vehicles and, you know, whatever they can think of. So in this case, I hope you guys understand my decision on doing the DLC first and then continuing with this map and or the last map after I'm finishing with the DLC. And you know, in the end I don't think it is actually also too bad of an idea, because I get to play the last map with the new DLC vehicles, which is a different thing. So people really get to see something else with the new vehicles. While, you know, if you play the game, you might have finished it already and you never had the bridge vehicles on the last map. So it is going to be also definitely interesting to see how can I do the map different with the bridge vehicles. And then once again, I'm not planning on to rush the DLC. I just want to enjoy as long as possible. So with that being said, I would like to clean up the whole harbor, which I should have been doing already. And then once I lift up the last objective, it is done, which we might unlock the construction depot. And then what we're going to do is the massive operation. I'm really looking forward to that because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, I'm facing a little bit of an issue. I was actually flattening out the sand down here, but it is way too much to flatten out compared with the tiny little bump that we have fixed down here, which was actually a lot of fun. And the reason why I wanted to flatten this out is because if the construction depot is here, and you know, I'm going to take care of this road, at least is drivable with big vehicles and so on and so forth. And there's like a big hump down here, but it is flat enough. I will just pave this stuff. But I wanted to go into this crane, and this crane then was like, oh, power failure. Okay, so apparently I'm going to need to take care that the power will work again. Now I think the issue here is that I'm going to activate this guy right down here. So I'm going to do that first, which is not too big of a deal. Which bring resources to the zone. Alright. Yeah, in this case I will have to go via the back because the main entrance is actually blocked. I also seen this pump down here. Maybe at some point we need to bring this guy to some spot. Now maybe, very much maybe, I need to lay down a cable to the actual port. Now let's see what will happen.
Nice! We're almost there. Once you bring the power substation back online, we'll have brought the area back to normal. Well, more like 25% of normal. Still, a major milestone. At least the port will be able to function, and that will help a lot. So please give this your best effort. Or your normal effort, as you're always on top of things.
Yes. I wonder if she's actually in the DLC. If not, then I won't be mad about that. Okay. Yes, 2 out of 5. That's not everything. How difficult did this have to become? Yeah, stop! Just chase. Okay, what is going on there? Okay, a route from here to there. Okay, now the good thing here is that oh man, this is going to take forever again. I just wanted to, you know, fix up the main route. There is always something. I mean, it's I was just looking forward to do that one thing. Now there might be a chance, but I'm not going to immediately try to fix the road, but I already removed the little stones, by the way, and the big rocks. There might be a chance over there still that I'm going to pave something. Was I just... yeah, never mind that one. So let's start plotting the route. Let's see what comes out. Mid-sized trucks. I'm going to assume this should be fine. Hopefully we'll be strong enough to open that door. There we go. So will it now mean once the last one goes in that it's fixed? Right, and does that mean, okay, so I am going to need to lay a cable to here, because the thing is, as long as this not fixed, the freaking crane won't work. Alright, there we go. Just a little quickie. Can I now use these cranes? Alright, I believe this is the last thing that I need to clean up here at the port. Let's see what happens next. Hopefully it will finally accept that I can do stuff here now. Find the backup generator and connect it to the chain hoist. What does that even mean?
You know, I always thought our company was a mess, but this port authority is just out of this world. You know why they've been sitting around with no power all this time? They lost their backup generator. You know where? Drumroll, please. On their own premises. You can't make this stuff up. Now you only need to find and install it. After that, I suggest you hightail it before you catch their incompetence.
Right. I think I found it already. It's right out here. Yeah, it's a good little generator. Alright, so where does it need to go? Please, oh, just around the corner. Okay. Hey guys, this vehicle is a perfect crane in the harbor area. I absolutely love it. Alright, find the backup generator, connect it up to which I just did. Right. That's it. And the construction depot is okay. It's still not working. Is the crane working? So now the crane is working. This is to be honest, this is a little bit silly, because unless there is something more coming up, it actually makes the cranes useless. It would be nice to use the cranes before, you know. Okay, repair a pumping station and then provide enough supply. So yeah, now we're really gonna get into that kind of stuff. The supplies need to go here. The pumping station needs to be repaired, which we can actually do via here. But first, it is time to do the big thing that I wanted to do already for the last 4 hours. And that is, we're going to fix up the road of the roads. Yeah, because there are some pipes down here in town that needs to be fixed. What is this little box? Is that worth money? No, it's not worth anything. That is surprising. Okay. Don't get distracted, JB. So in this case, what I need to do first is get a closer view of what in the world is going on. And the way how I can do that, the best way is by getting this guy out. And then basically see what would be the best way to go. But you know, maybe I should have a little bit of lunch first before doing this. Because the thing is, the distance is Where's the build? This building is here, right? We are here. It is a bit of a distance, and I'm almost like, what if we could make like an off split, an off ramp from this road, whatever, and the go here? Then we basically have the biggest part done. But is it even possible to reach a distance like that? I mean, then I'm talking about, yeah, you see. Now, just for fun. Ah, yeah, it's a little high, so with other words, it can go lower, which it needs to go here. Let's say here. Yeah, well, I mean, it looks straight down there, right? It's only a little bit of a thing that, yeah, this little hill here, a bit funky. And I would like to start here for an example. This is not too bad. Oh, this might be it. We need to go over here. Where is it at? Right, okay, it's way further than I thought it would be. That's fine. Like, now I get an actual idea of what would be possible. Because maybe we can go straight. Just gotta dump like a crazy number of sand. Holy moly, got attacked by an engine. What in the world? Yeah. How much? I need 15 slabs. Holy macaroni. That's a lot, but it will do. So, okay, I'm going to prepare the whole cavalry. I'm going to take care that, well, we built the bridge in one hit. And then we're going to do everything that is needed to get to the other side. And then we're going to decide at the other side how we want to make the roads to the city. Alright, I got the whole cavalry ready. The only thing that I need to do right now is get 15 slabs, and yeah, as you can see, I tried many different angles with the vehicle trying to get his input at the output of cement factory, but every time when I get close on a certain angle it's not gonna work. So I'm going to need to manually get everything out. It's almost what, 100 and something slabs. 6,000 years later, and here is the last one. I did manage to get a couple of these stacked slabs all the way out here by, you know, getting the crane as low as possible, making the rope a bit longer, and then just drag the whole stack in here. Sometimes I just had to do the bottom one, lift it up because it didn't want to accept it, but right now I got 134 slabs in the mobile base. I think I'm all calmed down again, so yep, let's bring the mobile base to the bridge and see if this thing would like to poop out 15 slabs, or I'm going to need to do more messing around. Alright, and just as you think that messing around at the concrete factory was the only thing, well, I got an issue with it down here too, because for some reason, no matter at what angle I park the mobile base with its spawner into the spot where the slabs needs to be, it keeps on crying and complaining that there is no space to spawn the slab, which is very odd because there is nothing in the way. There is even a ditch, right? It could just spawn in the ditch. You know, I get it. Maybe the mobile base is a little bit too cheaty, and you know, I shouldn't be complaining because I can take as much with me as I want instead of having to drive multiple times with a mule or the semi truck or whatever, and I just need to accept that I cannot just drop it everywhere, right? Wow, look at that. Alright, here we have it. I think the longest bridge I ever built in this game, which is also at the same time, I think the highest bridge. It has a little bit too much lakes, I think. Maybe. Now, am I lucky down here? Because I couldn't figure it out because my vehicle tipped over because it got attacked by an engine. Yeah, I mean, it's not too, it's going to cost me a lot of sand where my bum is at, but gladly I don't have to drive for miles because I can just take the mobile scalper out. So in this case, I'm going to get my butt to work. I'm going to figure out how I want to connect this bridge up because we have a little bit of a ditch out here, which is perfect because right down there the road goes down up over a hill, so I might need to move this guy up again because that will be my connection point, and or I'm going to take care that I can connect the road up via that way, because if we will come, I put my map correct like this, if we come from this area, then you know you want to take care that we go like this, because we could drive all the way around and then go by the bridge all the way around to town, but that's just crazy, right? We're going to keep in mind multiple connections. Gonna go straight. Yeah, I'm ready for it. Alright, it is a new day for me and I'm feeling all fine and nice again. And you know, building this road was kind of relaxing. It didn't take that much time. I think it was about like 2 hours for the whole show. And yeah, let me just show you all this, of course. So I think this worked out pretty nice. A nice like smooth corner, and also this was just about it because I had like a rock down here. But in overall, I think this will work out. And I have indeed been looking up the Silk Road. And apparently the Silk Road is a trade route road from the east all the way to the west in order to, well, get better trading going on. So I'm gonna call this episode Building the Silk Road. Now I also discovered something funny, something that I was not expecting, and you might be able to see that here on the right side. Apparently some of these slabs did fall through the map and it ended up right down here for no reason at all. This also basically means that, well, everything that falls through the map, if you lose it, it will end up in the middle of the map, and apparently this is perfectly the middle of the map. So yeah, I was surprised when I see a whole bunch of slabs out here. I'm going to do this a little bit more careful. A little bit here and a bit more over there. This part is okay, I'm just gonna drop it because it's like a cliff. So yeah, like I've been saying, I don't mind if there's a little bit of a bump going on down here, so I'm just gonna go back and forth and see if I can get this at least a little bit nicer than what I had before. You know what, let me give you guys a little music, some paving and some rolling. Alright, and there we have it, our new Silk Road. But we're not done just yet because the Silk Road goes from east to west, and that's kind of funny because our base is in the east and we're gonna go to the base in the west. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go down to the river and or we need to start fixing bridges, remove some sand on the road. Gonna be another whole operation, but not as much as this one, gladly. Get your bomb back onto the road. Come on. There you go. Alright, so I have not yet an idea of what is going to happen, or well, better to say what is going to come, because I have not been on the road just yet. Let's see if I can figure it out from here. Maybe this is already the road to go, so yeah. A little bit of sand down here, which I did see, but this should not be too much of an issue. Maybe. And then we need to go around the corner. Oh yeah, I have been to this road. From the other side, but not like road. So yeah, there is sand here. Maybe I'll just back drag or back blade or whatever to that side. So just off the road, this is not going to be too much of an issue. For most of the part, this road is fine. A couple bits and pieces, but I'm gonna assume it shouldn't be a problem. However, I would like to have a clean road. But the same goes for down here. Yeah, that's definitely a bump. Yeah, and once again, like the thing here is I understand how the terraining and texturing of the terrain works in this game, because it's or either you put asphalt onto the terrain or either you put sand on the terrain. There is no asphalt underneath the sand, and it's a bit silly. And you know, there should be some kind of a mechanic allowing the sand to go off and have like clean asphalt popping up underneath, right? And I think for the future RoadCraft they should try to do and make it possible that you can sweep that off the road, and there should be asphalt road underneath. I'm sure they can come up with something, but yeah. And another thing that I would like to see in this game is no more, you know, things like these rocks have into the freaking road, because that doesn't make any sense. Now, rocks that fall onto the road, okay, but they should be removable. No more rocks being statically stuck into the road, because it's just silly, because you cannot do anything about it. And yeah, sand like this. Yeah, oh look at this. Holy moly. Gonna play some Dukes of Hazzard here with the semi truck. Yeah, is this no, that's not a rock, okay. Alright, then we get, you know, it's not too bad actually. And we're gonna get here, and then it's like, ooh, look at this. This is really bad for your vehicle. Oh boy, slipping and sliding. Yeah, we're gonna need to fix it a bit. Now the only thing that is a shame a little bit, like, I kind of wish the last episode was the last episode, because this looks perfectly something for the new bridge vehicles. But you know what? You know what? Now that we are at it, let's see. It is better do it instantly, right? So how about right down there? Oh. Okay, that is a little too much. I want it to be here. It's only a shame you can't cancel and then immediately use the new point where you're at with your mouse. But sure, one down here. And then... no one then. Let me know if you watch the YouTube of Corrales. Like, you see what I mean? Now, I want it to be here, but if I move my mouse and don't look at where I pointed it, I would forget, so... a little bit more. It should be right out here. Keep my eye there. Perfect. Absolutely fantastic. So, we're going to have 7 slabs, and then we're going to... Well, we are there. Very good. And so, ladies and gentlemen, one more thing to do, and the Silk Road from east to west has officially opened up. There we go. Woohoo! Yay! Ah man. Okay, so yeah, it's very nice. Very nice. I do believe our base is just a little straight ahead and around the corner here. Right. And I'm past this mess here. And up we go through the valley. All the rocks are offside, very good. And then here we be. Beautiful, beautiful. So we now have a direct connection and or access to the town. And that's gonna be super duper nice because we're going to do a couple of things for El Amir. But first, we're going to need to fix up some piping. Because man, sewage is important. Very important. So we're going to need to deliver an object. Which sounds fun. So I'm glad that I drove this thing down here. Ah, these guys are still busy too. I forgot about that. Yes, indeed. Now, in this case, I did try to move as much sand as possible from the road, so from the town to the bridge. But no matter how carefully, how precisely you try to move the sand off from the road, you always somehow need to pave a bit. Because it always turns out to be ugly. It's very difficult, and you know, I'm the kind of person I would like to have stuff perfect, but at some point I just accepted it. If there is a patch like this, I should actually pave this too. Just pour down a minimal number of sand and then yeah, pave it. It's okay. Now things like this here, this is very straight. It really feels like, you know, it's just a little bit of sand on the asphalt, so that's okay. Come on, will you go in there? There we go. Jeez. Right, now that is done. Time for some piping. I see one out there, and should be another one somewhere. Okay, I see. So yeah, this is for that, for the town. I also see that we need to connect power, which we probably end up needing to repair something out here. Don't see anything else yet. Alright, I just had my lunch because my belly was hungry, and with a hungry belly you cannot think straight, which already shows some effect. I'll explain you in a second. So first of all, we need to replace the pipes. I think I want to do this one first, then this one, and then that one. And having effect, well, I was wondering myself, why after putting stuff into my truck, am I putting the crane all the way back where it's up front? Because every time when I reach the location where I need to be, I need to rotate this crane all the way around. So I thought, you know, let's put it onto the side. Which saves me a lot of messing around. Literally around. The old pipe is out already, so let's just drop it like that and boom, beautiful. And now normally I would be pressing 6, which I'm gonna avoid, and just place it back like that, and I'm ready to go at the next location. If I'm not wrong, it should be behind this building. Yeah, I think it is, so let's just back it off. Save myself some crane rotations. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I can put it right up. There we go. The magic do the work. Ah, come on, man. Yep. Beautiful. No. Okay, just a tiny bit. We can do that. Very carefully now. There we go. And beautiful. Now I can put it back where it's supposed to be. And then apparently I have to complete the task. There we go. Ah.
I'm sorry to pile more onto your plate since you cleaned the place up so nicely, but, well, we really need the port up and running at full capacity. So there's more stuff to do, namely bring some supplies in, fix all the pipes, and make sure the port machinery has power to operate. No rest for the wicked, huh? Once that's done, we'll have a stable way of supplying our operations and the locals. That's gotta count for something.
Right. I see. Right, okay. Yeah, but I first would like to do this one, and this one is gonna be the last one. And then, this week, the new DLC will pop up. And then after the DLC is done, we will continue this map. Right, let's see what comes out, and or I'm going to have a chat with you guys, because all of a sudden I am starting to think about, well, the DLC stuff. So the thing here is, I'm not sure when the DLC comes out on September 4, that day. If it's at the end of the day, I won't be able to record because after dinner or supper, I have something else to do. Now the next day, Friday, I basically am gone the whole day because Saturday it's my girlfriend's birthday, and on Friday she would like to go out. And Friday evening I have already something to do. The thing is, if it comes out on September 4, early the day for me, I will be able to record an episode, put it online late or Friday late. If not, it might be up on Sunday. So yeah, I got a little bit of a busy week, which is unfortunate. You know, things happen as they happen. Sometimes I'm lucky, sometimes I don't. This is bright. But yeah, long story short, I will try to do my best to get an episode up from the DLC ASAP. Alright, finally we have arrived with the first vehicle. Very good, took a long while, and by the look of it, yeah, we got some of these other trucks. We got the mule, and we got this guy, which I forgot the name. Got a lot of steel beams with him. But perfect, absolutely perfect. And there we have it. Cool. So this town is now reachable.
This next request gives me some unpleasant flashbacks, just so you know. The local radio tower is acting up. Elamir is completely offline, even though they have power now. We're using our own relay, so it doesn't affect us. But you never know when you might need a backup line. That's what I always say. Besides, you only need to plan a route between Elamir and the tower. They'll fix it themselves. A better deal than last time, right?
Better deal than last time? That's just crazy. I mean, okay. I see. You know, there needs to be a road fixed. Okay, it's okay. It's not bad, but it's quite crazy if you think about the fact that yeah, it's a very off-roady road with a lot of sand, and yeah. But you know what? This is something for after DLC, because this is going to be it for right now. Yeah, we will be back once it's done, and then we just calm down, finish off this map, and then we're going to go to the last map with the bridge vehicles. It's going to be a lot of fun, because I wonder what I can do differently than other people that already finished the map without the bridge vehicles, right? Alright, yeah, you know what, even though there's no use in exploring that one road to the radio tower, I am still going to explore the road to the radio tower. Maybe I can already see, like, it's gonna be a lot of fun, or it's gonna be...